That felt a
Did
little
mine
off
come
sync to
through?
me.
Oh, mine went
Oh,
through.
I'm so loud. Hang on, I'm gonna turn myself
Tony,
way
you're
the fuck
always so
down.
loud.
Okay, where am I now? Oh, that's way better. Hell yeah, brother.
15 decibels louder than anyone else.
I'm hovering at around 21, and I'm peaking at 15.
Mine's
don't
probably
believe
gonna
you.
be messed up.
It's fine. I'll fix it in post.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
Will's
I'm
great
just
in
on a
post.
different computer. Okay, well.
So
All
how
right,
long
Quinn,
are you?
Quinn, hit us with an intro.
Oh yeah, Quinn.
Hello. Welcome to my podcast.
What episode number is it?
It's episode 6.
Close.
Pretty close, dude.
Which
Yeah,
episode are we on?
close.
It's episode 7
7.
already, dude.
Oh, damn.
How far
Yeah.
we've come.
I know, almost 2 months worth of content, and we finally got our buddy Quinn Olson in here.
Alright, yes, this is
That's
a
our
very
buddy.
exciting episode. After 6 weeks, Quinn's been working on a marketing presentation for our podcast for 6 weeks, and it's finally ready for presentation. So, Quinn, if you just... I can splice in your slides in post.
Yeah, definitely.
If you just want to talk to him now, that'd be great.
Yeah. So, in marketing, you have a product.
Okay, I have a question. Sorry. We can maybe take this offline later, but I want to really. Can we circle back to kind of make sure we're handling our key initiatives here? I want to make sure that we're not letting anything go under the radar.
He couldn't even wait for Quinn to get one sentence into the
needed the
marketing
business
talk. He
joke.
had to put the business joke in there. Okay.
I don't
Gotta
think
make
we're
sure we don't
alive.
miss it.
We are not even 2 minutes into recording, and we blew our wad on the business joke. I guess you can leave now, Quinn.
Okay. All right. It was a pleasure being here, everybody.
No.
Yeah, no, Will has
Quinn.
some shit in store for you.
Which of the following is not one of the 4 P's of the
Well,
marketing
hold on, Will.
mix?
Please explain to all 13 trillion
Quinn,
of our
alright, well,
viewers.
Quinn's our chief marketing officer. Does a
Mhm.
great job, as you can tell by the views on this podcast, which I'm sure there are many commas next to. And we're gonna put him to the test.
Yep. Okay. Which of the following?
Place, promotion, product, or profit.
Well, I want to be clear. This is a very profitable
level set.
podcast.
That's true.
What was the question?
Which of the following is not one of the 4 P's of the marketing mix? Well, what is it, Quinn? You done stalling?
It's profit.
You done Googling? That's an absolute idiot answer.
But I mean, we want to make profit, so I think it should be part of the marketing mix. I think it should be the 5th.
Was he right?
He was right. Carlos bought a new laptop using the store's credit card, and the store offered to reduce the laptop's price by $50 big
Yep.
if he paid the entire bill within 6 months. This is an example of a blank discount. Since you did so well in the first question, I'm taking out the multiple choice, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
He's panicking.
It's a blanket discount.
It's just not right.
What was it?
Wait,
Okay,
hold
the
on.
options
Was
are
that?
rebate, cash, loyal, and quantity.
I was gonna say rebate.
I mean, you might get fired if Wyatt gets it right. Oh, Wyatt got it wrong.
Oh yeah, okay. I was
Nah.
gonna
Is it
say.
not?
It's cash. It's
Cash.
Hell
It's
yeah,
called
big
a
business
cash
boy over here.
discount.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright, this is the third and final question.
Oh, we're not gonna
Okay.
do all 15.
That would take far too long.
Yeah, okay. Says you, bro.
Temporal discrepancy is described by which of the following? A product is produced and spoils due to the delivery not being fast enough. A product is produced and it's the wrong flavor. A product is produced but not in the correct quantity. Or a product is produced but a consumer is not ready to purchase the item.
I entirely missed the first part
I
of
will
that
not
question.
be restating it.
It's either the first one
the
or
last
the
one.
last one, Quinn.
It's
yeah.
the last one, I'm pretty sure.
Beautiful.
Is it the last?
It's the last one, dude.
Hey!
Hell yeah, brother.
That's why he makes the big
Oh,
bucks.
my God, that's why we make big bucks.
That's true. 3
So
for
speaking of
3.
profit, by
You
the
don't
way,
count the second one.
this podcast is technically infinitely profitable because we've spent no money.
Well, you have to factor in the cost of our equipment.
That's a sunk cost to me.
Well,
You gotta factor in the winnings from our bets.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
True.
How many
okay.
winnings?
Well,
What are
the
the
Well,
winnings
hang
from your
on. Well,
bets,
we have
Will.
problems with that
The
because
winnings
Will
from
didn't
Will's
put in
bets.
my winning bets from last week.
Yikes! Sounds like Jonah doesn't have any winnings to speak of.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems
I
like
would've.
someone is still down $6.
Would you? Would you have? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think that recording got corrupted I don't think anyone
Yeah, that
knows.
recording never posted, and the bets were never placed.
Yeah,
I'm looking
I
at a
don't
bunch
know.
of names here in this Google Doc.
Well, the Google
Who's
Doc
looking
doesn't.
at them, Jonah?
The Google Doc doesn't
Who?
put money in for you.
Look. Well, speaking of put money in, since Will has now moved
since
and
Will
we can
can't be
DDoS him
trusted.
openly.
Yeah, you have to do it now.
Yeah, I'm now the what's my title?
Imperial better.
Hell yeah. I'm writing
But,
that in.
yeah.
Town
Jonah.
fat.
Equals
Will never got a cool title like that.
I know.
Imperial.
I'm supreme
better.
overlord of the podcast.
That's true. I'm just sub-host.
Yeah, just a bunch of sub-hosts. At least you're
I'll
above
I'll
Quinn.
take sub-host, bro.
I'm
I
a
don't know.
dom
Quinn's
host,
chief
baby.
something.
He's
Chief
chief
marketing
marketing
officer.
but it's a tenuous position.
True.
It's like
Marketing
most
always
of-
gets cut
most of what
first.
he does is just gaslight.
Yeah, our CMO is actually it's a temp role. He's on contract for only a small amount of time.
Yeah, he and I did get the same number of marketing questions wrong on that quiz too. So
Very true.
Quinn, watch out. I'm coming for that position.
I'm coming for that. I'm coming on that ass.
Oh shoot.
You're lucky
Okay.
that Joe got snatched up, Quinn, so your competition is dwindling down.
Well, Joe got snatched up by a woman, so I mean.
All right.
I don't even
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
That's off podcast conversation.
That's
that's
offline. We're
late
taking
night.
that offline.
That's
That's
late night.
That is late night.
It's because it involves a woman. That's the only criteria we have, it seems, for late night.
Oh, I have some early night
18
woman things.
plus.
I have
let's go
two
into
pieces of
pre-talk, dude.
pre-talk. Does
I have
anyone
pre-talk
else have
too.
any
Are you
pre-talk?
gonna stay for pre-talk,
You go
Quinn?
first.
Do I keep the recording going, or can I just stop and just?
Yeah, no, keep recording.
Wait,
Well, if you're gonna
If you're gonna
continue
stay,
talking,
keep
you have
recording.
to keep recording.
Wait, but I kind of just
Or
want to
you
be
can
like a
leave
ghost
and
in the
stop
background.
recording.
the ghost of the machine. It's
Yeah.
anime.
I would keep the recording
Ghost
going
show.
just in case, Quinn. You
Case
never
you say
know when
something
you're gonna
funny.
want to chime in.
Off the
Okay.
off chance you say something funny.
Okay, I'll keep. Hey, it happens.
Listen,
All right.
Earn your salary.
It happens. It happens. Yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like I've put in my time, and I don't get a salary.
I feel like I've
get
put
paid
in
in
almost
experience.
infinitely more hours than you at this point, and
That's
I
true.
haven't received a dime
That's kind of messed up.
Yet.
yet. True. Yet. All right.
Wyatt has shares.
Don't tell anyone. You can't tell them.
That's a
Okay.
locker room bonus.
Yeah. Jonah, what's your pre-talk? What do you got for us?
My pre-talk. All right. Well, we missed it last week, but we got Jonah's stats section. To remind the audience, I have some deep, high-level stats. I actually need to hide about 6,000 rows here, so I can actually read both the top and the bottom at the same time. Hang on, I'm scrolling through Excel.
Wow, just
here.
flexing his Excel. Is this going to be a double header,
Wow,
Jonah?
Your data set
It
is
will be.
so
Is this is a
big.
double header Jonah stats section or whatever it's called?
Hide. I don't remember where I left off, to be honest with you. Oh, probably where I put this line. No, it isn't the line. Damn it.
This is great content.
Okay, well I'm gonna just say it's here. Okay.
Unprepared.
How many do I have?
This guy's
I've
fumbling
got a
his
few.
TED
I've got a
Talk.
few to go over here. I've been cutting away at these. So here's what we've got. Fighters that have a higher average takedown attempt win 54.
You already did this one.
Okay. What about takedown landed?
I don't think you did that one.
I thought you did them both. Whatever. Go for
Okay.
it. Do it.
Takedown
do it.
attempt 54%. Takedown landed 54.1%. Huge. So landing takedowns means you're better. Continuing with this theme.
Is this
that-
another
is that
section of
statistically
fighters
significant?
with better
Is
stats
that-
win more?
So fighters with a higher average head strike attempted win 53.8% of the time, but fighters with a higher head strike landed win 54.7% of the time. That is the most statistically significant stat I have so far. So punching people in the head confirmed best base for MMA.
This is beautiful.
Interestingly, higher body strike attempted, it's only 52.9%, one of the lowest stats I have. Body strike landed, actually the exact same, 52.9%. It doesn't seem to matter if you're good at landing body strikes. You just throwing them is all that counts, really. It doesn't count for much. And then lastly, this should say leg strike because I know it is, but attempted leg strike is 52.8%. but leg strike landed is 53.1. So it does actually matter if you can hit someone's legs. And that's it for Jonah's stats section, everybody.
Well,
Tune in next week for more
Another
interesting.
thrilling installment.
Well, here's
Yeah.
something. Here's something that I'd like you to look at, Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at number of body strikes thrown compared to length of fight. Or I guess number of body strikes landed.
That is not something I think I have the ability to
I don't mean
measure.
right now. I'm not.
No, I don't mean like I mean like at all. Because
Yeah,
the
he
thing
never
is,
has it.
I don't think I have a total fight time stat here, and I'm not going
We'll
to be
make one,
downloading
bro.
other Excel sheets yet because I have way too much to still do here. Let's see. I have total rounds fought. Oh, just kidding. I do have total rounds fought.
Look at that.
Okay. Yes. So hang on. Give me that again. What do you want?
Body strikes landed versus length, or I guess rounds fought.
I have title versus. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Same random. Okay, can do. That's on the docket.
Okay. Any more
Yeah, so-
pre-talk from you?
Well, I just want to point out here that we are in the beginning. This is the beginning throes of the MMAerinos live on air making the greatest gambling strategy of all time. Like we actually have hard data here, not soft data, but hard data.
And this data
Another
gets me
installment
hard.
of fighters with better stats win more.
Well, I mean, are you not? Is it not interesting
Okay.
that
Okay. Will's a
punching
hater.
someone in the head
I am a
is
hater.
more
Will
important than
is-
punching someone in the body?
verified
But see,
hater
I'm
of the
I'm
stats
wondering
section.
though if like people who get maybe the what was the body shots absorbed versus body shots? You said they were the same. It didn't matter whether or not you throw body
Yeah.
shots. Maybe it does matter though if you're making people gas out. Maybe you just don't need to throw that many body shots or
Maybe.
land that many to really, mess up a man's internal organs.
Maybe we'll see what the stats tell us.
And then we'll only have that opinion.
Ugh.
And we'll never have a different opinion from anything other than what the stats say.
Well, I'm glad to know you don't like the stats because I have weeks of stats left to go. Once
Yeah,
I do
he's
all the
got
raw numbers, I've got
6,000
percent comparisons. I've got
I like
stat
the
category
being
versus stat
taller doesn't
category.
matter stat. That was a good stat, and then it went downhill from there.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
you.
certified manlet opinion.
You peaked with your best stat, Jonah.
Yeah, and you know what, Will?
grown
You
since
peaked at
last TV.
5'8". Anyway, moving
Hey,
on.
hey,
Anyway, moving on.
9.
Yeah, can we actually say on
Don't-
podcast
don't
here that
take
Will is
that inch from me.
5'1"?
Yeah, I think that's true
At
because I'm
least.
5'2".
Yeah,
And
I'm
like
5'2",
way
so
taller
I don't
than
know how
Will.
short Will is.
Okay, well, I have 2 pieces of pre-talk. Do you have any pre-talk, Will? Any of your own?
No, I do not.
What about
You
Quinn?
got all post-talk?
I don't have anything, dude.
I thought you were going to say something to me before we were recording, and then you said you wanted to
Oh,
wait.
yeah, but it's related to one of your topics.
Okay, is it related to Diego Sanchez?
It is.
Yeah, okay, then we'll start there. We didn't talk about this because it only unfolded pretty much after we recorded last week, but Diego Sanchez out, not just of his fight, of the organization. It's a real mystery what happened there. I don't think anybody knows what's going on.
Quinn, what's your take?
Could have been anybody.
Quinn,
Do
who
we
is Diego
know?
Sanchez?
Yeah, Quinn, do you know Diego Sanchez's nickname?
No, what's his nickname?
Dirty.
Anyone want to say? Does anyone
I actually
know?
don't know, I don't think.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Probably something
I
like
think
that
that's what he
happened to
said.
him. I think that people probably did that to him from the Eric Andre skit when he was a kid, and that's why he turned out the way he did.
Why do people keep saying him and Fabia
Are lovers because come on.
Is there any? I feel like
Have you
too
seen
many
the way they
people
look
have
at each
been
other?
saying it for it to have no weight behind it.
Oh, I think it does have no weight behind. I think okay. First of all, just because people say something doesn't mean it's true. Secondly,
That's
But
not true.
Everyone's saying it.
yeah. Secondly, I think they're saying it because they know that more than anything else would bother Diego Sanchez and Joshua Fabia as being accused of being gay men. So
I don't think that anyone is saying it to bother either of them. I think people legitimately
they
believe
believe
that
it.
these two are lovers, and I kind of believe it too. And I think
Really?
Stefan Bonner is their third man.
Boner.
True.
I don't know. I disagree, but I'm not exactly a master in love, so what do I know?
Yeah, you are, Jonah.
Yeah, come
Don't
on,
sell
don't put yourself
short.
down.
I mean, that was more of a compliment to myself, but as
Well,
this
do we
podcast
know?
certified incel.
Does Donald have a new
Also.
fight?
Yeah, it's a fight. Yeah.
What is it? Who is it?
Against a guy whose nickname is the Great
Alex
White.
Morano.
Oh, Morono. Right.
Morono.
Don't call him a moron.
Do we want to
Well,
talk
what do you
about
think
the
about
fights
that?
last week?
Are we gonna mention the Diego
Oh,
thing
yeah.
more than just the gay comment, or just just
Okay,
wipe my
yeah. Well,
hands
what do
clean?
you think?
It's hilarious.
You think it's hilarious?
I think it's funny that the UFC is only willing to cut people instantly if they attempt to
Maybe
get money
sue
for
them.
the brain damage they've taken over their career. 'Cause if you
Yeah.
listen to the actual phone thing that Diego posted, the dude called the UFC lawyers
Hunter
like,
Campbell.
you and Mark Hunt, and it's like, oh yeah,
Well, Mark Hunt wasn't trying to get money for brain damage. He was trying to get money because they knowingly put him in the ring against Brock Lesnar, and the judge ruled that because Mark was saying before he took the fight that Brock was on steroids, that was assumed risk, and Mark chose to go in there against a roided out man.
that is true.
That's a
That
fair
was the
point,
Mark
honestly.
Hunt. That was the Mark Hunt case. The Diego case, I mean, the Diego case has not even made it to a lawyer yet, other than the
What are you talking
UFC's
about?
lawyer.
Joshua
No,
Fabio
No,
has
Joshua
it.
Fabia, right? Joshua Fabia, JD.
Associates.
Okay.
Well, that's funny. I enjoy that. I enjoy that content. I did want to see Diego Sanchez fight Donald Cerrone. I'm actually not sure which one of those two old men could beat the other one.
I think it would have been Donald.
I think Cerrone, yeah.
Yeah, probably, but still, would have been really funny if it wasn't. Don't forget, Diego Sanchez beat Mickey Gall.
And
Yeah,
Michel
don't forget Mickey Gall's
Pereira.
not that good.
Mickey Gall is notably bad.
Mickey Gall lost to Mike Perry.
He beat CM Punk.
Barely. Punk had him on the ropes.
Barely. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, now do we want to now that we got that out of the way, do we want to go break down last week? Because my second pre-talk thing is about last week.
Okay, sure.
We want to start with the main event that you both picked incorrectly.
Look, I don't put any weight behind my non-betting opinions. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that was also my non-betting opinion.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because I
Anyway.
didn't place the bet.
Bad. Yeah, all of your opinions were non-betting opinions. That's bad
guys on the
MMA game
Jiri
sense
hype
from
train,
you
dude?
guys. I was on it before last week. When he flatlined Volkan Ozdemir after also eating like 400 punches, I was like, man, this guy.
I'm concerned by his inability to win without getting rocked.
I'm not, because it's the same as Robert Whittaker, and
He's a light
nobody makes fun of
heavyweight, yeah.
Rob for it.
I'm on the hype train. I'll admit. He's
I'm
won
on
me
the
over.
train. I think that the people are coming from Ryzen, and they're going to take over the UFC.
They're rising up the ranks.
So true.
I was thinking about this. Speaking of fighters rising up the ranks, what level, like how many podcasts do we need to put out, and what level of fighter can we start getting? Like we just DM them on Twitter and start getting interviews with.
Straight
We
up, we
need
could do it now.
followers.
No, we don't. We could probably get Chael P. Sonnen on this podcast, unironically. Or we could get featured on his podcast by sending in a question or something.
So like
You can send in. I started liking fighters' tweets from Cracked MMA on Twitter.
that's what really confused them when they're like,
I'm
"Hey,
laying the groundwork.
this is Cracked MMA, but actually,
Cracked
we do
MMA,
another podcast called something entirely different."
Yeah, Cracked MMA is the organization. MMAerino
umbrella.
is just the program.
Yeah, on Spotify, this podcast is copyrighted by Cracked Media.
Cracked Media.
So,
That's awesome. Okay. Dominic Reyes broke his jaw and nose in that
that
fight.
fight was so cool. I was just a huge fan.
It was good.
I think Dom might not be that good.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh God, do we have an invader?
Oh God, we do.
Uh-oh.
Well, everyone's super special podcast. Oh, he
Okay.
mutes himself immediately.
Well, here's the thing. You were a Dominic nut hugger for no reason for a short while there, Will.
Yeah,
You
that's
picked
fair.
him to beat Jan and picked him tonight to beat Yuri when I don't think Dom, nice guy, but people put way too
Never
much
met him.
stock on. Yeah, Tom Bowd, a nice guy, never met him. Way too much stock is put on his performance against John Jones.
Yeah,
No reactions.
I kind of agree. I agree with you now.
Yeah, like I just don't think he's that good. I think
He's
at
just like a
205
stopweight
he
heavyweight.
deserves to be in the position that he's in, but like I just don't think he's that good of a fighter. But he did make it through the NFL Combine, so what do I know?
Knocked out Chris Weidman.
Okay, so has half the planet.
No way.
So is a man's shin.
Yeah, well, Chris Weidman knocked himself out on that one. And knocked himself out when Yoel knocked him out.
That was rough.
It was a good one. Chris is going to make it. We can have our own whole separate list. Top 3 worst Chris Weidman injuries.
You think we could get him on?
Oh, for sure.
What about Aljo? Aljo is my dream guest.
We've already been too disparaging.
He's not gonna listen.
In just 7 weeks, I
He'd
think
never
we've
listen.
made like 14 Aljo jokes.
He can just act like he didn't hear them.
Okay. Well, moving on from that fight, Giga Chikadze, Cub Swanson.
Rip my boy Cub.
I'm still a Giga hater.
Best way to go for Cub, I think.
No brain damage.
No brain damage. I mean, pain for sure, but like I think everyone kind of expected him to lose. I think all of us picked Giga Chikadze to beat him last
No,
week.
I spite picked Cub Swanson.
Ooh.
I did put the disclaimer that I was only picking it because I don't like Giga because Billy doesn't like Giga.
Ooh. What do you think about Chikadze at featherweight?
I still don't think he's that good.
Well, he
You don't
passed
think
the
so?
gatekeeper.
No.
You don't think that he can? Who do you think is the highest tier competition he can beat at featherweight? Will?
Let me pull up the rankings.
Yeah, let's see. Because he can't be that far off now. I mean,
He's
what?
number 10.
Oh, is he? Even after like the rankings update, he moved up to
Yeah,
10.
he moved up 4.
Damn.
I don't think he beats anyone in the top 7.
I think he beats Korean Zombie.
That I feel like that will become.
I
clear
also
after
agree
Korean
with
Zombie's
that
next
statement.
Fight.
Calvin Kattar, I think, also loses to him.
I think Calvin Kattar beats him.
Well, Calvin Kattar has the best boxing in the UFC. Oh, wait a minute. That's a different guy. I think he could beat Yair Rodriguez. I would actually rather
How's Yair
see.
3?
I would rather see that because they took what's his name out, so everyone like moved up.
Who does he beat though?
No one. Yair is not good at fighting and is like mentally a child. So, I don't know.
His last fight was Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
Twice.
Awesome guy. I don't know. I think that Giga could do some damage to some of these guys.
This is obviously a bad time to say it, but he's just not powerful at all.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
Look at his record.
I won't. I won't look at his record, and I'm just going to continue believing that he's the most powerful man at 145.
That was.
Oh. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm just looking at these rankings. I think that he could beat probably Shane Burgos or Dan Ige also. I think Giga is very competitive at the top
I think
of
Arnold
the
Allen
division.
would probably fuck him up.
Yeah, Arnold Allen's just he's a problem, dude.
I think Max, Bryan, and Volkanovski.
I mean, they're just in their whole own.
Yeah, and I think Kattar beats him. I don't really know how good Josh Emmett is anymore, but
I
Kattar
think
could
Josh
have
Emmett
like
could KO
permanent brain damage after
Giga.
what happened to him.
Well, he definitely has permanent brain damage just by virtue of the fact
Josh
that he's
Emmett
in
got
the UFC.
Nips, though.
I think Josh Emmett KOs everyone except for Jeremy Stevens, obviously, with a perfectly legal knee.
You think I could get to the UFC by just flopping every fight, hoping they throw an illegal strike and just flopping?
Yeah, I think Dana would love that.
He doesn't watch the fights.
We can
No
save
way
the
he
talk for
watches the
flopping.
prospect fights.
Save the talk for flopping. We can have a big flopping conversation in just a few minutes.
Alright, dude.
What about Iwan Kutelaba? Funny fight for me.
Yeah, that was great. That was a good one.
I loved in round 1, he tied the record that Marvin Vittori set. Or no, this was in a
For
different weight
angriest
class, isn't
man.
it? No, they said that he tied the record for most takedowns in his division in just
Yeah.
that one round. I thought they were at middleweight, but I forgot they're light heavyweight guys. Dustin Jacoby, horrible fight IQ. Were you like actually watching him
I
stand up
blocked
doing
it
the
because
same
I
exact
picked
thing
him.
and then just getting mat returned, like just dragged back down to the mat?
He's
Like
just
what?
a kickboxer, bro.
Yeah,
Refused to learn
okay,
takedown defense.
yeah, but for real, that's something that you try like maybe 3 times, and when it stops working, you're like, oh, maybe I'll do something different. Maybe I'll do anything different than exactly the same maneuver I've been doing. I thought Iwan was
called
gonna beat
quitting.
him. I thought Iwan was gonna beat him, and then he just let himself get outpointed, like always.
Yeah, he loves doing that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I liked Sean Strickland looks incredibly awkward when he fights. That was my main takeaway from that. He just looks uncomfortable.
True, but didn't he piece up Christoph? I didn't really watch
Oh,
that
he
fight
fucked
so
him up.
much. Yeah,
but
I
it was
thought that
like he just has a
Christoph
really
was
awkward
bloody.
stance. And Marab looked really good.
Oh,
He's
you're
still boring
gonna
and
sing
awkward, though.
praises for Marab.
No. I said he's still. Hey.
Okay. Another
I
decision
never
for
said he was
Marab.
bad.
Yeah,
Said I
All right,
didn't
let's
like
just get to
watching
the
him
main
fight.
thing we need to talk about here on this card.
Okay, now we can have the flopping conversation because this was my second pre-talk piece. I have written down Ronda Marcos's tragedy,
And
and then I
Jonah.
also have written Aljo's reaction.
Yes.
Well, it's not. We don't have to take this where you're gonna take it.
Where am I gonna take it?
Okay, Will already preempting. You don't even know if he was
Yeah,
going
that's
to,
true.
but now he
I
is.
have an idea.
Here's my, here's the, I don't have anything, shocking to say here. First of all, Randa Marcos is terrible. I mean, I always
What?
have to say that. Even if she won this fight, she'd be 11-11. She does not deserve to be.
Hey,
the,
whoa. She'd be 11-11-1.
Yeah, which is actually
Perfect
kind of
record,
funny now that I
honestly.
look at that. Does not deserve to be above anyone else on this card except for, of course, the other 4 women, I guess technically. And it's really funny. Actually, this is the most enjoyment I think I've gotten out of a WMMA card, other than Rose kicking Wei Li back to China.
Okay, what about Weili and Joanna?
Fight of the
No,
year.
I don't know. I don't think 2 people punching each other with no knockout power is that impressive to me.
Well, I mean, that's like
Hot take.
80% of the UFC. Pillow-fisted, the
You
most
just hate
pillow-fisted
flyweights.
organization in the world.
As a pillow-fisted man yourself, Jonah, you should appreciate that.
Ooh.
Well, the only pillows that you're going to be seeing on Saturday nights are the pillows that I lay your head down gently after I've knocked you
After I
unconscious.
put you to bed,
As long
son.
as they get a good night kiss, dude.
Okay, well, what do you guys think? What's your takeaway? Ignoring all the personal opinion about WMMA or whatever.
It was
What's
funny.
your takeaway?
I'm glad it happened. Made me laugh.
Worth it or not? Did she have to flop?
Probably.
I
not
wasn't
worth it.
watching the fight, but I would say it's worth it. I think it's always
You
worth
think?
it.
I don't
I
think
think
so. Here's what
flopping
I
is
think.
always
I think
worth-
she could have gotten the same exact result without making a fool of herself. The strike
no one would
was
care
illegal.
about her, though. This is
And now
huge
everyone
PR.
hates her. Yeah, this is not good PR. This is not what you want, especially
I like
when your
her.
boss is Dana White. Will,
She's like,
you don't
I'm
pretend.
all for the
Like,
flopping
just stop
trend, dude.
pretending.
I'm all for, this is the new meta, and she's adapting quickly. She's an early mover.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say illegal strike, Ronda Marcos, definitely deserved the DQ. I was originally thinking that she didn't deserve a DQ and it should have been no contest, but she 100% deserves it to be a DQ. I don't think this other girl, Luana Piñeiro or whatever her name is, needed to be acting like that. Or that really was the most powerful upkick we've ever seen.
It's on the
Ignoring all
list.
the ones that knocked people out cold.
That knocked her out cold.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think this is a really, really bad look for her, and I don't think she's going to be main eventing a prelim card anytime soon.
Yeah. I'm just of the opinion if you can win immediately, just do it.
Right, but you don't have to act and flop. If you get illegally kicked, you can look at the ref and say, I'm not going to fight anymore because that was illegal.
But her funny hand motion was great.
I think the best part was her looking directly at everyone that was coming to talk to her. Like, this is clearly, you know what, maybe we will go back to how we feel about WMMA, because I think this is
Lifeless eyes,
clearly
dude.
a woman, this is clearly a woman that spars against other women and has never been hit so hard that she's been stunned. So she didn't really know how to act.
That's true. She's never actually felt power before. I was like, what does it feel like to get hit hard? I've never felt this.
So she's like seen it on TV. She's seen other fighters get knocked out, and she was like, I just gotta act like them. But she doesn't actually know.
But the only one she watched was Aljo.
Was Aljo? Yeah, the only fight she's ever seen was Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. Awesome.
Quinn, what's your take?
I agree.
Okay.
Thanks, Quinn.
Is there anything else from this card that you guys wanted to talk about? I didn't really watch the first couple
I
fights,
did not watch
so
the
I
rest
don't
of this,
remember
no.
him.
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
Last week, Jonah picked KB Bollar against my guy Andres.
Oh,
the
I'm
first
sorry. And
ever
what? How much
head-to-head
did you win
matchup.
on that?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
What was
do you-
what was the?
Is that
what was-
true? Because I didn't
Fried
see any
price
bets put in.
listed.
Yeah, I don't know, Will. I think this kind of goes both ways,
No,
and
no.
you can't take
it
the
only
victory.
favors me.
Well, you said that you don't put any stock in your non-betting fights, and
Yeah, but this was a pride fight.
yeah, it wasn't. It's a
Pride
UFC
never
fight,
died.
you idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna veto that, Will. You don't get to gloat about that. In fact,
Come on.
you get to be made fun of for not putting in the bets, for doing your only job when it came to the game, the premise of the podcast.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
All right.
All right, well that's it. That's everything I have. Oh well, I mean Aljamain's reaction to Ronda. What do you guys think about that?
I think that was smart.
Saying yes, my apprentice, or whatever he said.
I
I
think
don't
that's his
think
only
it's smart.
option. Really?
You don't think so, Jonah? Why not?
No. Yeah, people on Reddit love to be like, oh, just lean into it, bro. You should not be leaning into just being like actually. You're not hated like a heel. Peter Yan was hated like a heel.
Piotr.
People don't like Aljamain Sterling because he was losing a fight and then badly flopped to try to get a title he didn't deserve and then flaunts the title around.
Okay,
That's
well,
not being a heel. That's
what
just being
Will was
unlikable.
saying is that he actually does like that.
I like that.
So Will does like it.
I mean, I feel like people just aren't gonna like him right now. And
Or
he should
ever
just fucking
after
lean
this.
into it at this point. He turned heel, dude.
He didn't turn heel though. Like,
How
I
did
don't-
he not
I don't-
turn heel.
I
He's
don't think
making
he's
people mad
acting
on
like a
purpose.
heel. Yeah, but he's not. He's trolling. That doesn't make him a heel.
It's more personality than he had before.
True. That is true. He does have character now. Or the lack of. I guess his character is his lack of character. Boom, roasted. Channeling Ben Askren right here.
You know, I've thought about and spoken about Aljamain Sterling much more since his flop than I did before his flop.
That's true. We also started the podcast, I think, shortly before his flop. So, maybe we're talking about him more because we're recording it more.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Likely narrative.
Did that happen before we even started the podcast, or did that happen during?
I think that was like the first or second episode.
What an awesome
I know.
awesome thing to
What a
start
great
on.
start, dude.
It
The
really,
first
it
episode
sparked the
was
fire.
260, I think. Was that too?
Well, yeah, I guess we can just look at past schedules. So this was 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was Brunson Holland.
Nah, but we did one. This is 7, and we did one that was on an off week.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
it
you're
was
right. You're right.
260.
Okay, awesome. Well, do we
So
want to
we missed it
transition
by one
into
card.
next
Yeah.
week, or do we have more to say?
That was a good
I'm
amount
out of
free
things
talk.
to say.
Yeah, that 35 minutes is a perfect amount of pre-talking.
All right. Well, this is on you guys now.
Alright, Rodriguez Waterson. Just beautiful headliner.
Okay,
don't really wanna
hang on.
talk
Sorry,
about
I just
that.
want to quickly mention.
I do want to
I think
talk
I
about it.
said last week or the week before. No, I said last week. This is one of the worst UFC cards I've ever seen.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is worse.
I don't think. I think it's like the second lowest tier.
Okay, there isn't a single.
Wait, you said
interesting
last
fight
week
on
that you
this
thought
card.
the Reyes Prohaska fight was worse, was the worst.
No,
And-
yeah. Now that I
and
think
you're
about it,
saying
Reyes
that-
Prohaska was better than anything this has to offer. So this has to be worse.
I don't think this is like. I think this is the second lowest tier that a
Amanda
card could be.
Hebos is fighting Jonah.
Future Bay, Amanda Ebos.
But that's not a good sign if that's
Queen
the
of
if
the
that's the
Coomers.
lead-in.
Oh, well, Gregor Gillespie is fighting. That's actually
Oh,
an
well, you know,
interesting fight.
Christina Aguilera is fighting on the first fight.
Damn.
Got him. Boom. I bet he's never heard
Boom
that before,
roasted.
being named
Idiot.
Christian
Sorry,
Aguilera.
my mother came down. I have to thank her for the tendies.
Thanks, Mom.
TY
Uh,
mom.
Yeah, Gregor Gillespie is the best fight on this card. And it's 1, 2,
Is this a
3, 4,
rescheduled
5
fight?
down.
What, didn't he have a fight that got canceled not too long ago?
I don't remember honestly. Maybe.
He did.
But yeah, I don't
he
know. I have
did have
nothing interesting to say. Ben Rothwell's fighting. That's funny.
Yeah, he was gonna fight Brad Riddell.
Oh, so
this.
isn't-
Hang
this
on.
isn't
Sorry. This is also. I just want
rescheduled,
to point
it's
this out.
just
This is
a
the card of terrible records because we have Ryan Bonneau fight, who's a 10-7, fighting Zukura Ashdev, who is 3-3. That's incredible. And we also have Maurice Green, who's
Ryan
9-6,
Bonneau.
fighting.
Wait. Jonah, do you know who is fighting? Kyle Dawkins. This is a perfect opportunity for you to tell your Kyle Dawkins story.
I don't know. I've already told it before. We can't just
Quinn's
keep...
never heard it, dude. He was asking about it.
Quinn, is that true?
I
Yeah,
was
think
saying
about
he's
our
from Philly.
intergalactic listeners that haven't been listening to the first
Sure,
6
absolutely.
episodes.
Okay, you know what? I guess I have. I mean, if you're gonna make me do it.
We're squeezing
Uh,
out every minute of content.
I used to, Quinn, at Balance, dox myself to a place I went to years ago.
You gotta bleep that out.
When I was there for a couple of years, a new guy came in who was like a big guy, a big heavyweight guy, and because
As
I'm one of the
another
taller
big
people.
guy.
As a fellow big man, not big but tall, I did a lot of training with him because there's not
Big.
many people who could hold pads for him, and so I taught him a lot of stuff. And then a year and a half goes by, and he's pretty solid at this point. And then he just kind of like stopped showing up, and he only comes to the sparring and stuff. And it's like, hey, bro, where you been, bruh? And he's like, oh, I've been training with other people. They've been bringing me in. Not many heavyweights around, so they bring me in to help train some of these guys. And it was not Kyle Dawkins, but Chris Dawkins, who he was a training partner for. Who at the time I did not know who that was, but now that it has happened, now that he's fought more, it's like, oh, hello, big man.
Hello.
that's
You've
it.
indirectly
I've
touched him.
I've
It's a
indirectly,
great story.
well, not just
His
touched
brother.
him. I've taught him because when you think about it, I've trained him.
Yeah,
in the
I
advanced martial
actually
arts.
I
Jonah
went
trained
into
Kyle
the
Dawkins.
locker room at Balance and saw Jonah with Chris Dawkins' jock strapped over his face, nose
Yeah.
and mouth.
Just getting a good sniff.
If you consume the fluids, you can get stronger.
The fluids, okay.
And that's it. That's all I've got.
Okay, well, you guys got picks.
Coming out of
Okay.
that, I pick Kyle Dawkins.
That's your first pick is Kyle Dawkins.
I mean, not sequentially,
On the undercard?
but that is
Okay, well,
one
let's
of my
start.
3
Let's start
picks.
from bottom up then.
All right,
Do you have
that's my-
anyone-
yeah,
anyone
that's
on the
my
prelim?
bottom up
Oh.
first pick.
Oh, I'm bottomer. I'm bottomer because I'm actually
Tafon.
I am
Njukwi.
picking Christina Aguilera
We did it again. Will right now
Bro,
put
we're
in
never gonna get
in
him
the
on
video.
the pod.
No, in the video, right when Jonah says that, put in a clip of like people at NASA clapping when like a rover lands or something.
Alright, I got you.
I got you. Yeah,
That's a lot of
timestamp.
there's a lot of poster asking from this kid. Yeah, my reason why is he is a slight dog
Jen, you're killing the spirit of the game with this strategy.
I don't have anything else other than this, so I have to go with it. Also, by the way, the guy he is fighting, is this him? Yeah, so Carlos Nahara is from where the fuck is he from? Rio de Janeiro, but he's also
Put some
so he's the
respect on
sixth.
his name, kid.
So he's the sixth ranked out of 543 active Brazil pro
It says
welterweights.
he's from Guyana.
But he's also the fourth ranked out of active Middle Eastern pro welterweights. So there you go, fun fact. So get him, Christian.
Okay.
And that's who I've got there.
So you got Christian Aguilera. Anyone else on the undercard? Will already put in his. Do you
I
have
got
anyone
Kyle.
else, Will?
Not on the undercard.
I also have no one else from the undercard. And hang on, because I am now the Imperial better. Let me just record some sick data here. Okay.
Okay, I have absolute queen
Okay.
of the Coomers, Amanda Hebos, as the first fight on the main card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
Respectable.
picking her.
It's respectable.
I think
Cooming.
that's great value.
That is good value. I have Mr. Carlos Diego Ferreira.
Really?
I do.
Well, hold on. I have something to say about Will's Amanda Hebos pick,
Mhm.
which you're not taking into account, Will. Which kind of,
Bro, if
we're
I
gonna
bet
circle.
on her enough, she could date me.
We're going to circle back around
True.
to the Diego Sanchez conversation. Angela Hill has just very recently shared a room with Joshua Fabia, the most powerful
Oh no.
trainer on the planet. And I mean, his energy may have powered up Angela Hill just from
That's
being
true.
near him
You think she became
and
extra
exchanging
self-aware?
words with him. I think that when he was speaking
shit, I'm a
forcefully
conscious
at
being.
them, he like passed on some of his fire, Fabia's got a lot of fire. So I'd be careful. I think that's a dangerous pick, Will. And I think we're going to see Hebos come out 10-3 at the end of the night, and Angela Hill's going to come out 14-9
Beautiful.
by the end of the night.
Beautiful record.
Awesome.
You got any explanation on your Diego Ferreira pick, Jonah? I'm curious.
Yeah, I have slightly more here.
More wins.
Basically, in the last, let me see actually how long. Hang on, I have to go back here a little bit to really go back here. So, the last time Diego Ferreira lost was in 2015 to Dustin Poirier. Since then, he has yet to lose, except for recently, his last fight, where he lost the decision to Beneil Dariush.
So his last
So-
fight.
Yeah.
was
No, but
Jonah.
in
what I'm
February
saying is
His
that
last loss was in
2021.
2015, except for his very last fight.
No, I understand, but I'm saying that in the last 6 years, he has literally only lost to what I think are top 5 guys.
Who did you say he lost to recently?
Beneil Dariush.
Who has he beat though?
Beneil Dariush, overrated.
He
Oban
doesn't really
Mercier,
okay. Yeah, he doesn't
Kyle
have great
Nelson,
wins.
Jared Flash Gordon.
No. I completely agree with that. I'm just saying he is also like kind of a silent gatekeeper. And I don't think Gregor Gillespie is a top 5 lightweight. That is my hot take.
what is Gregor Gillespie's resume? Who
He's
has
a
he
wrestler.
beaten? No, what
He
who has
hasn't
he
really
beaten?
beaten anyone either.
I think
Yancy
they both.
Medeiros is his best win.
Yikes.
I still think, honestly, I think Gregor is top 15, and I don't think Carlos is top 15. Well, you can say the people he's lost to are top 5. He's never beaten anyone who's like top 20.
I disagree with that. I think beating Anthony Pettis is pretty solid.
Beating Old Man Pettis in 20.
I think
2020.
Old Man Pettis in 2020 still beats top 20 lightweights.
Yeah, Anthony Pettis KO'd Wonder Boy
Yeah.
not too long ago.
I do think that Jared Gordon isn't terrible. I can't say I know who these. This is also like classic Brazilian who doesn't know Jack Slack opinion. Brazilian who doesn't advertise himself like wins but doesn't
Refuses
get
to
like
learn
better
English.
fighters.
Does he speak
I mean-
English?
He beat someone who's 27-6. He beat someone who's 24-4. You know.
Oh, you know what would be an interesting stat, Jonah, to look at is
More wins.
fluency in English versus wins. Like,
Yeah, can you plug that in?
I don't think here. Does this have country of origin? Is the country the fight was in? Let's see. Any country of origin?
This dude's from the Amazon jungle.
The Amazon.
okay.
He's from Amazonas, Brazil, dude.
Amazonos.
That's where he's from.
Yeah. So anyway, I think this is the gatekeeper moment. Also, he's an underdog, and you know,
Bigger
That's all it
underdog than
takes
you
for him.
normally pick, though.
All right. Which one of
Um,
you thinks you have the more bottom to top pick?
I have
Probably
I
Jonah.
only have left the top. So
I have
Oh, you
Cowboy.
all
I'm
have-
picking
oh,
Cowboy.
just kidding. I I actually forgot that there's a fight above
A
Cowboy.
fight above them. Yeah.
Funny enough, I'm picking the other guy.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Idiot
so
moment
this is
from
the first
Jonah.
head-to-head.
This is the first head-to-head
Since
that we
Will
recorded.
messed up the first head-to-head.
Who says I'm gonna fucking put this one out?
Well, you aren't, because I am.
Well, I can just still, I control the podcast.
He's too powerful.
What's your thoughts, dude?
Well, I think that Cowboy Cerrone is ultra
Cerrone.
chinny. Way more chinny than I think anybody is giving any credit for. Dude got knocked out by shoulder strikes. That's kind of embarrassing.
Hey, he got knocked out by
He
a
got
head
knocked out by
kick.
a head kick.
Yeah, I'm still.
He got his nose
I-
broken by shoulder strikes.
Look,
He is also, yeah.
these
he
are the
is
fights
also,
that Cowboy shows up to, though.
he's 38 years old.
This guy lost to Old Man Pettis.
Yeah, he has a lot of wear and tear. He's fought, what is it? Oh my god, he's fought 51 times. No, 53 with the 2 no contests. So he has so much tape. Everyone knows what you do. You're supposed to just pressure Cowboy Cerrone. Everyone knows he likes to kickbox and stand back, and he doesn't like to just be pressured. I don't know anything about Alex Morono, but he's 8 years younger. He has to be hungrier. This is probably the biggest fight of his career.
This is when Cowboy shows up, though, dude. He's
yeah, I
no
mean, it
longer
could be.
main eventing, and he's fighting a younger
I
guy.
feel like they're bringing this guy in to lose to Cowboy.
No,
No,
I
absolutely not. What do you mean? We've seen Alex Morono before.
Yeah,
They
no, I'm
didn't, they
saying
didn't like
into
just
this fight,
find this guy. Oh,
because
no, I don't think so. I think they're bringing this guy in to.
If you're the unknown
put Cowboy
guy,
out of
if you're like
pasture.
the relatively unknown guy who's coming off a loss and you get Cowboy Cerrone, that's
No,
setting,
here's what I
that's
think
setting
happened.
up to lose.
I
they
think
don't
the
give people who come off
UFC
losses to Cowboy Cerrone. They get people on win streaks to Cowboy Cerrone.
Yeah, and Alex Morano is off a loss.
I
what I'm
also,
saying.
we're going to talk business strategy now. I think the main purpose of the original fight was to get one of these, like Diego or Cowboy, was going to lose, and they could just fire that one. But now that Diego's gone, they're just going to give Cowboy a guy who's going to beat him so they can also fire Cowboy and get both of them out of the promotion.
See, I agree with you. I think the business is actually they're trying to give Cowboy another knockout to get a couple more years out of him.
People
but
like Cowboy still.
yeah, I totally think though that this is just this guy is way too young. Cowboy is way too battered. He's just so chinny. It's unbelievable. And he's this young guy who's 8 years younger is the underdog.
You're a big age guy.
His
Very
age
ageist.
age is literally undefeated. Time gets everybody.
Okay. Not BJ Penn.
Facts.
That's true. That's true. He aged miraculously. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is just a great pick. I think this is a.
Okay.
I think I would be
We'll see,
foolish
dude.
not to do it.
All right. Well,
Michelle
let's-
Waterson's the underdog.
yeah.
That's interesting.
I wanted to talk about that fight. Who is Marina
Yeah,
Rodriguez?
yeah, I
Like,
was also thinking
She
that.
who is
who
this
beat
bitch?
Amanda Hebos, right?
Oh
she?
no! Is
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
yeah, she is. Girl who knocked out Hebos in
Okay.
her last fight.
Well then,
This girl's actually
unfortunately-
kind of good.
Yeah, I think Michelle might be in trouble here. Was
This
this
girl
always a
actually
fight that was on
knocked
the
people out.
card?
Yeah.
So they just got moved up. This isn't like
Yeah, they were
made
the
for this
co-main.
card.
I just want to say, Will just said this girl actually knocks people out. Here's her record: decision, decision, decision,
She has 6
decision.
knockouts.
Knocked out Amanda Hebos.
6 knockouts, 6 decisions. That's a lot for
Well,
WMMA.
none in the UFC.
except future GF Amanda Hebos.
That was just a flash KO.
That
Anyone
was a
can get lucky.
fluke.
And Contender Series, she knocked the girl out. That half counts.
Okay, one of her knockouts is her first fight, which it has, by the way. It has TKO in quotes retirement on it, so that's funny. Then she decisioned someone,
Jonah,
then
I'm not saying
TKO, then KO,
I'm saying
then submission, then
by
KO, and then after that, it's been
women's
all.
What
125
has
standard
Michelle
or women's
Waterson
115
been up
standard.
to?
Wasn't she on a little winning streak? No, she's on a 1-fight win streak.
That
Against
is, you know,
who?
when you think about it, a
Angela
little
Hill.
winning streak.
Yikes! So they really just straight up put Angela Hill versus Amanda Hebos and the two girls that beat them
Mhm.
against each other on the same card. Dude, this
That's
women's
fucked up,
strawweight
bro.
and flyweight. Oh wait, these are different weight classes. Waterson's fighting at
Yeah.
flyweight. Interesting. I was gonna say they're getting a little tournament set up here with a nice losers bracket, but it's not even the same.
Dude,
Wait,
every
Michelle
picture
Waterson's
of,
fighting at
of
125.
Michelle, like
Yeah.
on every
She used to fight at atom
news
weight.
site on Google, they're all just Coomer pictures. It's like hilarious.
I mean, her fight nickname is the
And
Karate
what do you think
Hottie,
about
dude.
that, Jonah?
I know.
What
I
do you,
just
what do
like
you want to
it's
say
just funny.
about
Like I feel like they're just like unabashed.
that? Okay.
But you know what? Hey, if she's making money, good for her.
Imagine being her daughter.
Probably pretty coom-tastic.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good line to end the fight talk on.
Oh, is that it?
That's the main
I mean, I guess
event,
that is.
dude.
I have
Okay.
nothing else.
We got some post talk. Ready for
I
post
had
talk?
something. I had a post.
I have a couple things. Most of my stuff is post talk. And I have a really, really funny one actually that
Do
I
you want
want
to mention
to.
PFL at all? No.
Oh
happened
yes,
in
that was my
PFL?
post talk. Please let
Tell
me do
me.
this before I forget.
for it, yeah.
I'm going to do the official all in on poker, and Coker.
Coker,
All
PFL.
in.
Well-known PFL promoter, Scott Coker.
Yeah. So do we? Is this going to be official podcast content? Is just straight up ripping the Jack Slack idea, just betting on every favorite on a Bellator card.
Maybe
Oh,
not
there's
a
a
bad
minus
idea.
1,000 favorite. There's a minus
Kayla Harrison is
1,300
minus
favorite.
3,000 in her fight for PFL.
Who's?
Kayla Harrison.
minus
She's the
3,000.
145 girl who's definitely not
Not juicing. Yeah.
on steroids.
So how do we feel? Is that acceptable to bring that into this as a betting related MMA podcast, or should we keep that separate?
No, we can't take all of Jack Slack's opinions.
You totally can.
We can.
Yeah, you easily could do that. Jonah pays for those opinions.
I
That's
do.
true. I at one point paid as well.
I get no Jack Slack except from you guys, so you could straight up you don't even have to preface it as Jack Slack.
Yeah, this
opinion,
is
and
my
I'll be
idea,
like,
okay.
wow, this is a really,
I have
really
a
good
post-doc
idea.
topic, actually.
Or what? Can I get a yay or nay here?
What are you asking? Like, what is?
Can I
You're
make?
just
Can
gonna
I
track it?
officially? Yeah. Can I
Yeah.
put down
Yeah.
the Bellator all in on Coker as an official MMAerino's betting?
Only if you get
Operation.
rid of your
Yeah, sure.
stats section.
No. What? Will wants to starve
We'll
the
try and
podcast of
destroy the
content.
only
Yeah,
content
he
we
wants
have.
no content.
Well, I'm gonna just say yes as the Imperial better.
Yeah,
I'll
I
write it
yeah,
think
down.
that's a good thing. I'm
Will
down.
and
totally.
Wyatt agree to
Are
add.
you gonna actually place the bets?
Yeah.
It's a lot of bets, dude. What's the
Okay.
unit?
Well, here, before we get into some
5
more
million.
serious topics, this is something that I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago. Go to that link that I just sent in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
We're here. I want to talk about this. This is for those of us not using the, visual part of our audio-visual experience, this is names.org, and you put in the name Kamaru, or Kamaru. Let's see how they pronounce it, actually. Well, nobody has put in a pronunciation. Anyway, scroll down a little
Yeah,
bit.
no,
I want
have
to talk about
pronunciations.
this.
They have
I wanted to talk
pronunciations.
about when he was fighting, but scroll down to user-submitted meanings, and just somebody read that out loud.
A submission from Nebraska, U.S. says the name Kamaru means manly and is of African origin.
So
That could be anyone
someone
from Nebraska.
That could be.
someone from Nebraska, U.S. Some guy named Marty from Nebraska says the name Kamaru means manly. Interesting.
That's
That's
hysterical.
pretty How did you find that?
That's
Is that on Reddit?
I'm actually gonna take a screenshot of it. If I can ever
no,
speak
bro.
to
I
Kamaru
was
Usman, we're
like,
gonna
man,
bring
I
that
wonder
up.
what his name means because I saw his dad got out of jail, and I saw his parents were like dressed in really traditional African clothing at his last fight, and I was like, I wonder what Kamaru means. Like, how African is that name? And there you go.
That's just a
That's
One
great
guy,
find,
hysterical.
dude.
one
That's
dude
hysterical.
one dude from
Absolutely
Nebraska.
Deep find.
Notable person is
That's
named
stunning. I
Kamaru.
know the only notable person is Usman.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I'm
that's
glad
dope.
everyone got as much enjoyment out of that as I did.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
That is fantastic.
stunning find, dude.
You have some post talk, Will?
I had one. I saw this on Reddit, and I'm kind of vibing with the idea. If just replacing women's 145 with women's heavyweight, I feel like that would be better.
You think?
I
Why do you think that would be
unironically
better?
think-
Why not?
Because there would be even fewer women
No, they
than
could
the
throw,
zero
like,
that they already
Gabby
have.
Garcia in there. They could throw Kayla Harrison in there.
Kayla Harrison and Gabby Garcia do not weigh nearly the same amount.
They're heavyweights. Doesn't matter.
Kayla Harrison is not a heavyweight.
If anything
You
above
are
135
wrong.
is heavyweight, then she is.
Oh, so you're saying rename it.
Replace it with heavyweight.
Do you mean like keep the same like 260 limit, 205 to 260, or do you
Like women's 145 goes away and women's 135 to like 200 comes in as women's heavyweight.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be way better. You could get some like spicy freak show
That's
fights
true.
on there.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I thought you were saying have it be the same, like completely get rid of 145 and have the 206 to 260,
Oh, like exclusively.
like
206.
exclusively women's heavyweight. And I was like, they will find fewer women than they already have.
Just saying, why cap it at 145?
Yeah,
I feel like
true.
they could get some fun, like, you know, just some parking lot brawl style fights out of women's heavyweight.
I
Okay.
think, but they're truly. I think Henry Cejudo was ahead of the time. I actually, no joke, I want to see heavier women fight the lighter men.
Well, you
Like
Why
know,
I
is
think
that?
that would
you
be
know who
awesome.
does that, Jonah? Fight Circus.
Do they actually?
Yep.
My God, Fight Circus is incredible. We need to do a live commentary of Fight Circus.
If it ever
banned.
gets rescheduled.
Straight up
I know.
banned from airing.
No, you're allowed to do a live commentary.
No, I mean Fight Circus is
Oh,
banned.
oh, oh.
Like,
Wait,
they're
what?
not letting that happen. It got fucking
It just got
canceled,
canceled
bro.
because of COVID, yeah. But it got
Yeah, for
postponed,
sure.
Postponed.
Yeah, for sure. Easy postponement. Those kinds of events are really, they take postponements and spending all that money and not making it back immediately very well. Promotions
I mean,
like
they're
Fight Circus.
already
I
just.
trust John Nutt.
John Nutt. I won't trust him ever since I found out his name wasn't Joe.
wasn't Joe Nutt. They're still active on Twitter.
And we're not SMH.
I'm liking tweets like a motherfucker.
I mean, that's our head marketing guy's job.
yeah, Quinn, what's
True.
up with that?
I think it's whoever has the password to the cracked MMA account. I think it's their job.
Look at the Fight Circus website. That's an active fight organization's website right there.
Yo, peep this site, dog. I just loaded up this website and my laptop fan started spinning up ridiculously.
Well, it's a
Like, what are they
complicated website,
doing?
dude.
Like,
Yeah,
what
there's a
are
lot
they
going. It's
doing?
installing a
There's
Bitcoin
a
miner
lot
on your
going
computer,
on.
so
Okay, closing that. All right.
That was my post talk. I'm all
Well,
for
I've got a
women's
couple.
heavyweight.
I've got a couple funny things to talk about. We already talked
Okay.
about this one not too long ago, but Rafael Fiziev. I am just personally excited
Is
to
it
see
not
him
Fiziev?
get back in
Is
there.
it Fiziev?
They say Fiziev on the broadcast, but it is spelled Fiziev.
Jonah, what's the official ruling on that? As
oh, you're both
pronunciation
wrong. It's
master.
Fahev.
It's
Okay.
Fiziev.
I'm a fan. I'm a
You're a big
Fiziev
fan?
fan. I am a big
You
fan.
think he beats Kevin Lee?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like 2,000%. I think he beats Kevin Lee.
I don't know. There could be the old wrestler problem. He is like a kickboxer's kickboxer.
No, Fiziev is like nuts on the ground too. He's like international
Is he?
sambo champion.
Okay, I mean, I hope so. I mean, all I've ever
I
seen from
was
him is
under
the
the
Tiger Muay Thai videos.
I was under the impression that Fiziev was like highly credentialed in like many
He's the
aspects
striking
of fighting.
coach at Tiger Muay Thai.
I know. Yeah, I know he's sick at striking. I don't think anyone is
Yeah,
debating
I
that.
don't know if he's.
Well, there's only so many hours in the day, so it's one of those, if you're sick at striking, you might not
Wyatt.
be doing as
What,
much wrestling.
He's a
Well,
cop.
occupation police
He's a
officer.
cop. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're being problematic right now.
No, but he's a Kyrgyzstani police officer,
That's
so it's not as
almost
bad as the
certainly
filthy
worse.
pigs from America.
not
Maybe he
seeing
isn't a
anything
Sambo
about the
fighter.
Sambo,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe he's not. Well, then we'll see.
When
I still think
switching
Kevin
from
Lee
Thai
gets
boxing to
KO'd.
MMA, Fiziev says learning the grappling was the toughest part. So he used to be a Thai boxer, and now he used to be a Nuk Muay, and then he had to learn grappling.
Okay, he's younger than my sister. That's kind of nuts. Well, anyway, that's all. I just wanted to get my Fiziev hype out because he made those funny call-outs.
Well, that's
We'll
appreciative.
splice those in.
Another thing that we kind of already talked about, or at least I think Jonah and I did, the Nate Diaz injury, that's postponed. That was supposed to be in like 2 weeks, and now it's in a month. Or maybe it was
Yeah.
supposed to be, no, it was supposed to be next week.
Okay, I have a question.
Yo,
We
what is it?
typically do, as is our format has always been, we bet on 3 separate fights. Can I get an official waiver from our head of marketing for the Nick Diaz Leon Edwards fight to put all 3 of my bets on Leon Edwards to win?
Yeah, I don't think
I
there's ever a rule against that.
We'll
Wait,
let
wait,
you
wait,
bet all
wait,
of your
wait.
money.
I think,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
That changes the game.
Well, but
Yeah,
I
this-
mean,
this is a
it doesn't
one-off. This
really.
is a
So you
one-off.
have.
One-off.
Oh, okay, okay. Then we
Nah,
don't need to
dude.
get too complicated
Then we
with
don't
it.
have
Yeah,
to
if it's
pick-
a
yeah.
one-off.
Yeah, you have to request permission from Quinn, and to do that, he needs to come on the podcast. So
To
it's
be on.
difficult
And
to
that
get
takes,
this
6
through.
to 7 weeks of gaslighting.
Yeah, there's a lot of red tape to cut through on this one.
Okay. I have one that I want to end on, so I'll start with this one, my last 2 points. What do you guys think about Behrman, Eugene, our best friend,
You hate
Eugene
him.
Behrman, greatest coach of all time ever,
Please come on the podcast.
saying that Rob Whittaker has to get back in line, like go to the back of the line if he wants to fight for the title again.
Did he actually say
I don't really
that?
care.
I thought he said that like 6 months ago. Did
He
say
just
that
said
recently?
it. I mean, he said it recently too. Yeah, I don't know if he said it 6 months ago.
That's stupid.
You think so?
I
mean,
he
I
clearly
agree.
deserves the shot.
Yeah, and I mean, Eugene also isn't the one that gets to make those decisions, but it's like inflammatory for no reason to
So
say
honestly,
Like, so
here's the
chill
thing.
normally too.
I think they're actually really scared of Rob for
that. I
some
think
reason.
so, yeah. Well, I think Rob
Because-
is the only one that is a threat. I don't necessarily think he's going to win, but if you get in there and get in a tough fight with Rob, Izzy could be out for like most of a year and not be making money.
It's true. It is funny how like there's like, let me call out Darren Till and like fight Marvin Vittori, and it's like
What are you saying?
I'm saying he's kind of
You think he's ducking?
here. Do I have any cans I can crush to make an audio sound effect here? I don't. Darn it.
I'll splice it in. I'll talk to the chief
Yeah,
holding guy.
please.
Here, ready?
Insert can crushing.
Yeah, insert can crushing noise right here. Speaking of can crushing, Michael Venom Page fights tomorrow. By tomorrow, I mean
Okay.
Friday.
That's definitely post talk.
But that's all I had on that.
Oh.
Fun little fact there. Yeah, it's weird how they're actually trying to duck a guy they knocked out in the second round.
Yeah, but the
Do you think
problem
they're
they're running
actually trying to
into,
duck him?
Yes.
I think
It's
they
weird
don't
at
want
this
that
point.
fight. Yeah, I really don't think they want that fight, only because it is just the hardest one right now. But Rob keeps killing every other contender. It's like what Max Holloway is doing at 145, or at least I guess he's only fought once since then.
It's about one time, yeah.
Killed him though. Killed the fuck
He did
out of him.
school him. I felt like Max schooled the entire division when he went
Yeah,
out
that
and
was
did
one of
that.
those oof moments.
I do.
Um,
What's the last?
But Rob has only fought like twice, right? Or has he fought three
Three
times?
times.
3 times, yeah.
Damn.
One
That's
of them
brutal.
was Kelvin Gastelum, to be fair, but
True.
you know, I would be very much rooting for Rob in that rematch.
I can't. I can no longer root against Israel. It's the same boat that I'm in with Kamaru.
Why?
They're both just too good. and I've hated for so long.
But
I
he
can't
lost
justify
to
it
Polish
anymore.
Power.
Yeah, true, but I'm a Polish Power stan anyway.
That's true. We're all Polish Power stands on this blessed podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I recall someone saying that Dominic Reyes was going to beat him and become undisputed champion.
What is this? There is no recording of this.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's all I had to say on Bearman. My last thing, have you guys been following what's going on with Jake Paul and Triller?
I talking about the lawsuit stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, please,
I'm
please give more
pumped about them
detail.
lawsuit. Well, have you read about it? Like, do you know
No.
what's up? Triller is suing everyone. They're trying to sue everyone that watched it illegally, and they're sending out letters saying, "Pay us the $50 or get sued." So that's the deal they're striking with literally anyone who. I haven't gotten my letter yet, but then again, I did pay for it. You know, I would never steal a Jake Paul fight.
Yeah. I mean, I only watched it on an illegal stream, but I also paid for it. You know, I sent them the money that I chose to watch it somewhere else, so I'm in the clear.
They said VPNs
But
all have to comply and turn
somebody-
over the IP addresses.
This is a big crossover though, because H3H3 Productions, Ethan and Ela Klein, apparently showed the entire fight on their podcast while talking about it and mentioned that they watched it illegally on the podcast. And Triller is now going after them specifically for like $100K.
That's funny. It's weird how Ethan seems to find himself in lawsuits all the time. Because he's stupid, maybe. But you know, that's funny. I honestly hope it works. I hope they actually successfully sue Ethan Klein. I hope he loses money.
Well, what do you think about this?
You
Do you
hope they
think that
successfully
he's
sue
gonna get in
Dojo,
trouble? It
yeah.
seems like he has almost no defense at this point.
Yeah, bro. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, but if you show it and like, if you do what we do and we like make a voiceover but don't show it, it's like, well, prove I didn't pay for it.
But he also said that he didn't pay for it.
Yeah, I know.
So
I mean,
he's on both fronts. He's caught.
yeah, I mean, stupid people play stupid games, win stupid prizes.